Keithley's Kickstart software allows you to get up and running with your benchtop test and measurement equipment so you can spend less time configuring your instrument and more time getting right to the data you need. This brief overview will introduce you to some of Kickstart's core features. In Kickstart, you interact with your instruments through individual apps. These apps are all unique, but they do have some shared features. Let's take a look at one. This is the DMM app, used for logging data from a digital multimeter. You can see right now we're on the Settings tab. This is where you can configure your instrument. The settings that you see here may change depending on which instrument you've selected. I can also view my results tabularly or in a graph. The graph has a lot of built-in features to help you analyze your data, like the ability to place cursors and look at statistics for individual segments of your data. I can really easily right-click to copy a picture of this graph to my clipboard or save it to my computer. Of course, all apps also have the ability to export full test data, and you can even export data automatically as new runs happen. Let's take a look at what some of the other apps are for. The Data Logger app is used to control multi-channel data acquisition units to log measurements for a brief or extended periods of time. It's optimized to help keep track of multi-channel measurements quickly and keep track of all of them. The High Resistivity app uses an electrometer to measure resistance or resistivity of insulating materials. The IV Characterizer app is used to perform current voltage sweeps or spot measurements with a source measure unit. You have a wide variety of options, including pulsing, to be able to configure your tests. If you have a 2-channel source measure unit, you can configure each channel individually. The Power Supply app can perform sweeps or biases with single or multi-channel power supplies, all while taking measurements. The Scope app is used to capture waveforms, measurements, or screenshots from an oscilloscope. It can also save setups and load them later on. IV Tracer is a little different. It's used to install and pull data from the IV Tracer app for Keithley graphical source measure units. Those are the different ways that you can interact with an instrument with Kickstart, but let's look at how Kickstart sees the instruments themselves. You can see I have a single DAC 6510 connected via LAN. Kickstart will auto-identify any instruments connected on the same local network or connected to the computer otherwise. But one of my favorite features of Kickstart is its ability to simulate any instrument it's compatible with. So if I wanted to configure a test for my 2281S power supply that I don't have on hand right now, I can simply add it as a simulated instrument and load up the power supply app. From here, I can configure a test, save it for later, or even transfer it to a different computer in my lab. Kickstart can also run multiple apps simultaneously. So, for example, I could bias one terminal of my device under test with a power supply while I'm measuring another with my digital multimeter. And when I'm done, I can save both of these apps together in a project with all of their settings and data and multiple runs. I hope this has been a helpful overview for Kickstart for you. For more information, visit tech.com/kickstart. Thanks.